Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Welcome to Foreplay Matters because
it matters. I'm Madame Boku.
And I'm Madame Wee.
And welcome to another edition of Foreplay Matters.
Yes.
Today we have special guests. As you can see, we have Ms. Mo Money. We have at Franny. And we also have Money Lynn in the room. There's money in the room. That's why I have on green.
Yes.
Looking good in the green. Bring some plentiful, some beaucoup.
Yeah, so please, ladies, introduce yourselves, say hello to the group. We're so happy to have you here.
So who want to start? Me?
Yes.
I'm on Money. Y'all may know me from Love and Hip Hop New York or whatever.
Love it.
That's all you got to say about
that's it.
yourself?
I rap. They know that.
I rap.
She's hosting parties out in DC.
Right. Well, I'm Money Lynn, and I am a former publicist, and this is a former client. That's why I corrected her.
Yes,
Okay.
with the quickness.
And I have a web series with my partner, Alan, A Creative Machine, and we do a web series called 8 at the Table.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm Francesca, and I'm also talent on 8 at the Table.
Yes.
So thank you, ladies, for coming today. We actually, we're going to take a little deviation, but then we'll ask you about sex later. But
Okay.
we wanted to talk about the concept of 8 at the Table. How did you come about it? How long have you been doing it? And just give us a little bit of a background of like what the themes, the concept, that type of thing.
Okay. Well, the show was created by my partner, Alan Sageus. Shout out to Haiti. And Alan and his siblings are heavily into real estate, and so this is kind of like his hobby baby that we turned into a reality. So he wanted to create a show where we talked about taboo topics in the areas of love, sex, and relationships, you know what I mean, and get it popping and let people know that they don't have the same thoughts. They're not weird.
Yes.
We all think the same thing.
Yes.
We all have the same thoughts.
Yes.
And it gets really crazy. We invite 8 different people from all walks of life to dinner. And we get busy with the convo.
Yes, you do. So if you guys are not familiar with the show, which you should be, they are at 8 at the Table on Instagram, and you can also find them on YouTube. You need to just familiarize yourself with the show.
Yes.
Give us an idea of like what role each of you play on the show. Like, is someone dominant, submissive? Like, tell me like what your role is on the show.
I would say I'm more so like a calm person on the
Okay.
show, but like the
So you're like Paula. You're like the Paula.
She a quiet freak.
Right.
We're just gonna keep it on.
That's what I wanted to hear.
She's a quiet hoe on the show.
She's a quiet intellectual freak.
Yes. That intellectual freak.
Yes.
coming up.
I said it the right way. yo.
And Mo
Right.
is the aggressor. I would
Oh,
say.
yes.
The aggressor.
I'm just the one that don't have no shame in my game.
Right.
They'll be like, you lying.
But you're right.
No,
Mo
but
calls people out on the table.
I'll tell you when you're lying.
No, but she's also a comedian. Like she has us laughing the entire time.
The entire time, yes.
I don't be joking, I be that serious. Like right now, I'm so serious.
Now, how did you
And
come to be on the show?
Lynn, what are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah, sorry.
Are you like moderator? Like, what are you doing?
So in the
Lynn
beginning,
hides.
I hide. Yeah, I do know. Well, I'm the executive producer of the show, so I put together, I cast,
Okay.
Alan and I cast the people at the table, and we come up with the questions to
Okay,
ask.
so you're like behind the
Scenes, but
okay.
now we've changed the format of the show, so I'm actually at the table
Good.
asking the
She
questions.
did
And so
good.
I asked,
Oh my God.
I to make myself feel comfortable, put my friends at the table, and because I knew about them. And they were like, "Girl, you better stop with them questions, because we're gonna come for you. We're coming for you."
So you're a great interviewer and
she is.
moderating the whole concept. That's wonderful.
Thank
8
you.
at the Table. So Aisha, what's another question you
So,
have?
we talked about the concept of the web series. You talked about coming up with the questions. How do you come up with the questions?
Alan comes up with the questions most of the time, but then sometimes, you know what I mean? I might interject some of my personal, experiences in there. Like one time, you know, I'm in a relationship, I'm dating, and my boyfriend, I forgot my toothbrush. I went to go get a toothbrush, and he had a pink toothbrush. And so, you know, I included that in the, you know, the conversation at the table. You know what I mean? I threw it away.
That's a nosy question.
I threw it away.
Like, do you believe in having
What the
Yeah.
guests are saying.
Right.
Yeah.
If you play with your boyfriend's booty, does that make him
Right.
stuff?
Right.
Or a lot of times we'll have friends that's going through like serious situations,
Yeah.
and we'll purposely ask the group questions just to get their perspective so they can get answers.
Yeah, on their
A lot of
situation,
people
yeah.
don't want to get a biased response from their own friends, so they'll ask like strangers just to make sure
Yeah.
they're like crazy or anything like that.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good. That's
And we
a good
pride ourselves on being like a no judgment zone. You
Right.
know, every experience is different, and you know, when there seems like there's some like no judgment, we yell out
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Immediately.
Now, what was the, I guess, raciest or most controversial topic?
Threesomes.
The threesome. So the threesome topic, you know, almost came to blows between our cast members, Danny Deuces and Sophia the Body. And it was about threesomes.
it's just
Yes.
them.
And so, what is the difference between threesomes and a train?
Yeah.
And so I always thought that a threesome was when three people engaged in sex, period.
It is.
But no, but it's, so the argument began because they're saying that a threesome is with two females and one male.
No.
Here we go.
So a threesome is just with three people, period.
It's called
It's
menage.
called threesome.
It's called
Right.
menage a trois.
Right.
Three.
So they're saying that. So they're saying. You're right. So they're saying that when a woman engages in a threesome with two men, it's not a threesome; it's a train.
Yes.
not true.
Which I disagree.
No, I think that's just a hood
That's not
terminology.
true.
Oh, that's
Yes,
a train.
yeah.
No, girl, it's a threesome.
It's
That's
a
just a
Yeah,
cute way to say that
I
we
like
get
this
that.
platform. I like this platform. I like this.
But then I also spoke to someone, like you said, when you say menage.
Menage a trois.
That means that intertwining. So
Yeah.
with the
Everybody's
two men,
engaging.
but the thing is the two men are not technically engaging. So
But
that's why a lot
everybody's
of people
engaging as
feel-
one.
It's kind of tough. Like that's
So
what
they're
the
saying
ultimate
that the two
argument-
men, if they engage in a threesome, two men and a woman, then one of those men are gay.
Yes,
then the
that's
men
what-
are gay.
that's what they're thinking.
Listen, if you
Or both of
engage
them.
in
Yeah,
any
both
type
of
of
them.
threesome, two women on women, one man, two men,
men,
one
thank you.
you're gay.
I agree
Right.
with you.
That's
I
just
agree
what
with
it
you.
is.
Right.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Or you,
that
or
was
you
a-
don't identify. You know, you have the
True.
whole LGBTQIA community.
And
And,
Right.
and you can,
What's
you can
IA?
be fluid. You can be
What's
fluid
IA?
sexually. Like I say, I'm hetero
Well,
flexible
see,
because
well, people say that, but I just
heterosexual,
say
but
you just
I
a big old
engage
freak
in-
girl.
But I'm very curious. I'm hetero flexible.
That's cute. I like that. I like that.
So yeah.
So flexible. So the hetero flexible. So in terms of the flexible, what are you willing to flex on?
Oh yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm curious, so I'll try different things, and guess what? So my friends call me trisexual. 'Cause
Okay.
I'll try it, and then if I don't like it, I'm not doing it again.
So what is something that you've tried that you wouldn't try again?
Well, I mean, definitely engaging in, I don't know. Let's see, because I'm
Now she's scared.
Don't be scared, girl.
Trying things and I like it. So I've had menage a trois with two men. I liked it. I had menage a trois with women. I liked it. Now, what I will say,
Wait, I got a question. So with the two men, was one of them your boyfriend?
yes.
Oh,
See, no.
see, no.
He would have to go after that.
That's
See,
At
no.
the
my
time,
thing.
yes, at the time. 'Cause
That's
I
off
was
my
younger. Yes, at the
What you-
time. And actually, he at the time, it was like 20 some years ago. I did a lot of this stuff like
You
when
when
I
you
was
was
younger
younger.
and in college and stuff like that. I'm a little mature, a little older. But now me and my current lover, we do a lot of sex magic. So we do a lot
What
of
is that?
tantra and Reiki and the moon and yoni eggs and yeah, we'll get into that. So we do a lot of sex magic with the K now. Because now
Okay.
it's 20 years later. But yes, when I was younger, I was very curious. You know, you're trying to figure out yourself, you know? So you're engaged in a lot of things. Now, one thing I will say that I didn't prefer, but not saying I wouldn't do it again, it depends. I'm not really interested. But you just never know if you go to a
What
sex
happened?
party.
Right.
If you go to a sex party or a sex club. I didn't care for orgies.
Okay.
That's too many dicks and pussies for me.
Right.
Period. So
What's the appropriate ratio?
I have no idea.
And I had to
And I
drink.
do a lot of watching too. I'm like,
Okay.
really, I'm a voyeur, and on the exhibition, like I walk around naked, so I like to perform
Oh, wow.
shows and stuff a lot. But as far as the orgy thing,
You like
because
that?
I'm a little OCD. So
That's me.
Yeah.
That's why it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
right,
So
right.
it's like you try it just to see, but then you're like, nah,
Nah.
it's
Right.
not for me. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's enough on that subject.
I'm gonna share Madame Beaucoup. We can go down the line.
We can go down the line, not a problem.
Okay, so I wanted to get into, you have 8 at the table. And how do you cast? Is this a cast of friends? Do people come in, can somebody get on the show if they wanted to be on the show? Like, how does it go?
Right. So what we do is we cast them backstage, we put out an ad, and we do cast. And we also use the footage from our casting for our promo on our social media platforms.
Called Black and Whites. Yeah.
We call them black and whites.
Okay.
Or testimonials.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are crazy. So what we do is we just look for that 1, 2, we might get 100 people, 65 people for an audition, but we'll only find maybe like 2 people. Yeah.
Okay.
That are saying something different that we haven't heard. And then what we do is we infuse them at the table with influencers and, celebrities, to just kind of balance out the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have regulars as
We have regulars. Mo has, these two are actually
We're
the regulars.
regulars.
Yeah.
Because we have
There's
lives.
nothing regular.
We have,
We have
yeah.
lives every Thursday. So every Thursday we come together and we like film lives on IG and like just talk about random topics. So the reason why we're regulars is because like we're always available just to come out and just like
On
speak.
Thursdays, yeah.
No, friend, that's not
That-
why.
they just-
They always call us.
But we love them. We
We're
love
the
them.
regulars, girl. You better fit your
Because they keep it real and they stir the
Yeah,
pot.
yeah,
They keep it
yeah.
like, and
We'll
they
ask
can,
you stuff. Like if you weren't there, we'll make you like. If you're uncomfortable, we'll bring it out of you.
Yeah.
Like we had this one girl that was like, we really brought it out of her.
Which
Remember the
one?
one with the boyfriend that was on the live?
But she
Like,
never
we brought
came
it
back.
out.
oh
I feel
yeah.
bad.
We brought the freak out.
So basically, we were having a conversation about cheating. She was talking about cheating on her ex, not on her current boyfriend. But I think the fact that she was just talking about her ex made him uncomfortable, and he was on the live commenting to her, "Get off the table now."
Yeah.
So
Sometimes,
Lynn is,
yeah.
So now Lynn is the person that's actually reading all the comments and actually asking the questions as we're being filmed.
Yes.
And she's like, "Wait, there's a person telling me to tell you this and this," and she's like. And then she's like,
It'd be crazy.
so now she goes like, oh, don't worry about him. It's nothing. It's my boyfriend. But I think her going like this and like not worrying about
Piss him
made
off,
pissed. So he
honey.
was telling Lynn, tell her get off and answer her phone. So when
She got off, she answered her phone, and she left.
she left, and then she disabled her Instagram. So we
Yeah.
haven't been able to find her.
We haven't been able to
since.
find
Yeah.
her, nothing.
So we don't know what
So
happened.
y'all messing up relationships.
Not my intent.
I think
That is
certain
not my
people
intent.
can't come to the show. Like if you're
Yeah.
in a relationship and your boyfriend is like that, is like, girl.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a symptom of the relationship.
Exactly.
That was wrong before
Exactly.
they got
Right.
on the show.
Right.
So,
Because the thing is, we get couples, and that's like the fun
Yeah.
part. Mo brought these couples. Oh my
I brought
god.
my I brought my best friends. Like
did they know what they were getting into?
Yes.
They did.
They did, yeah.
No, they had it like they really like it. But they're like friends, so it's easy for them to have that type of conversation.
Okay.
Like they hang out.
Okay.
You know.
So that's, you're dealing with a situation where there's a couple and they are communicating, and so that
Right.
shows up on screen
Right.
as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And it
Right.
was so much fun. Like we got to see a different perspective. Like
Exactly.
because there were moments where we would ask a question and I would look at each of their faces and her face is like, nigga, you
Nigga,
better say
please."
something.
Right.
and he's like, I'm just gonna sit here and shut up because she has a show.
Right.
So it was like interesting to see stuff
We
like
talking about
that.
Sadea and Fetty?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
That day was so much fun.
Now,
Yeah.
are you ladies in a relationship, and how do you balance what you're doing on the show versus like dating or bringing it back to the relationship? Is there anything that's off limits that you're talking about that kind of crosses the line with your partner? Like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, for me, no, nothing is really off limits. I was on television, so to me, like I'm not shy. I'm not afraid. everybody goes through pretty much the same thing. Some people are just afraid to
Yeah.
put their shit out there.
Yeah.
As far as me dating, no. I was dating. I had a boyfriend for like 7 long years. I was cheating though. I can't. Maybe we was both cheating.
Be honest.
Nah, I'm joking. You might watch this.
Right.
No, but I'm joking.
It's like
She was cheating the whole time. No, I'm
Right.
joking. But yeah, we broke up. You know, we still see each other here and there.
Yeah.
And friends.
But I'm dating.
Good for you.
Very good. But they have to know what it is that you do and be
Yeah,
honest
like
with
we
them.
were very honest. Like, you know, we tell each other like, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I
Right.
don't want you to feel no type of way.
Right.
Yeah.
Or either he don't watch it at all, or he
And the
look
thing
and be
is,
nosy and laugh.
the thing is, we don't say names. Like, so even if Mo could have been talking, no, honestly,
Right.
like
Yeah.
we could be dating someone and we could have a discussion on the show about that person,
Or
but they'll
someone's-
never know
Right.
because we haven't mentioned any names.
Right,
When we get off
true.
the show, we're like, this is one
That
dating,
was-
like stuff like that. So
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
they know.
That's awesome.
So between the reality show and the web series show, what is the difference do you feel? Do you feel now you have an opportunity to be real and it's not scripted, or
Well, the reality show wasn't scripted either. I don't know. This is different. Like, it's not about my everyday life. Like, I'm not, you know, it's different. You're talking about sex and things that people won't really put out there. Or relationship problems that other girls might want your advice on. Like, on the show, you're not getting that. It's
Right.
like different aspects of my life.
Right.
So here you get to know me probably more on like a personal level where it's like, oh, she tried that, I might want to try that
Right,
too.
right,
Or
right.
she's not doing that or accepting that in a relationship, so I'm not accepting that either.
right?
I don't know.
Right.
So do you all three find that just with your friends or you're out kicking it, are people constantly asking you for advice?
Oh yes, our DMs and Instagram, we get over 150 DMs a day.
Wow.
Like that, it takes us a couple of hours just to, you know, respond to them. Like right now, like I replied to them before we sat down. I'm sure we have at least 30 by now.
What
They ask
kind of
advice.
DMs are you getting? Like, what are people asking?
They want advice,
Yeah.
or they're commenting on a post that we put up in our Instagrams. You know, like, you know, would you continue to date someone who just lost their job? You know, different things. You know, and then you know they might slide in the DMs and say, I'm going through this, but it's like this.
Right.
You know, can you put up a poll? You know, asking the question like this,
Right.
and we help them out because we want to know
I
too.
think that's great that you're engaging with your listeners and your audience in
Yeah.
that way, so that they feel that they're a part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Do
cool.
are you getting more DMs than comments, or are they like an addendum to the kind of like that was being commented about so and such and such? But
We get more DMs than comments.
so
period.
I think
Yeah.
people will keep, you know, certain things they might not want to put
On the
comments
page,
because
yes.
it's public.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like they'll feel more comfortable asking you something in a DM where they might feel like, oh, they don't know who I am anyway.
Right.
Whereas they post on your page and someone be like, oh, bitch, did you see was Shay put under the page? You know,
Right.
that's how
Screenshot.
No,
Yeah.
we're experiencing the same thing where people are very shy about putting comments, and so it's just like, okay, is it because they're shy? They don't want to put themselves on blast.
You don't want to say the
Okay.
wrong thing,
Yeah.
you know. Like 50
Yeah.
Cent posted a female with this humongous ass on his page, right? And I thought I knew the girl.
Oh,
So I tagged her. I said, "Oh, this is so and so." And
No,
so
you did.
and so she chimed in and was like, "Girl, that's not me, but you know, women need to be free with their bodies, you know." But her ass, you know, is in that category. You know? So, you know, I did when I was going to leave the comment, I was like, should I?
And you did it
And I did it anyway.
Because you know
But
what?
I should not have. I
You
shouldn't
don't
have
want to
done
be
it.
that person that offends someone. And not
Yeah.
everyone's attacking you.
Sure,
Right.
right.
Because you
Yeah.
could be that culprit that like
like
shit.
how did this turn around?
Like, yeah.
Right.
But like this times that like they'll post a video about the black and whites and you'll have like a conversation. 'Cause
Oh,
it's so-
yeah.
Like agreeing, like the
yeah.
one that y'all posted of me. I was talking about like, do I go on second dates after a guy fuck up on the first, right? It was comments under there where people was like, well, I would never want to go out with her anyway.
Right.
Bitch, well, I never want to go out with you either.
Right.
They take it so personal.
Yeah, they do.
They'll attack Mo for something
Right.
like that.
Well, that's another aspect of this is because they see you
As a strong personality.
Well, not just that, but they see you on the web series, they see you in reality TV, and they think they know you.
Right.
Okay, so you know, like, how do you balance that out as well?
So she just asked me that this morning. Sometimes I don't even respond. Like, I'm just like, girl, Girl, I'm not even gonna waste my energy or
Right.
thinking of a clapback because I'm the person that like I want to be petty. So my comments
Queen of the
on
tap
response have to be good, and I gotta call one of my gay friends to get a good answer.
Right.
So what is one of the questions in the DM that they don't want to put in the comments that you're like, oh,
I got a good one.
What?
So I had got asked after the show with Fetty and Sadea, how does she feel being that I'm his best friend? Like, is she uncomfortable when we're just around each other? But I was his friend before, you know, I was her friend.
Oh, okay.
So like people ask like, how does that work out?
Yeah, like
Is
I'm
she
not
comfortable with him
I'm not doing a
having
female best friend in my
friend?
relationship.
That's
Even if she was
crazy.
there way before you.
Shelba.
But Lynn, that doesn't mean it. See, and she's the perfect example. Like,
I'm not
it doesn't
doing it.
mean anything. Like, I'm not attracted at
So
all
say if he told
to
you
my
that
best
they've
friend.
never had sex, you still wouldn't trust it.
No. No.
That's crazy.
What happened? What
Nothing happened. I'm just it's called preventative measures.
Now, do your families know what you guys are doing as far as the subject matter, the topics? How do they react when they find out? If they find out, do you make it available for them to see? You know, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing.
Yeah. I let my father comes from the political field area of life, and so I just said, hey, I'm doing this show. It's funny. It's about love, sex, and relationships, and you know, I just like, by the way. You know, but I did give him a raunchy example. He was like, oh my, you know. And then my mom, I sent her the link and said, hey, I'm doing this series. I shouldn't have texted her. She sent the link out to all of her friends before she even looked at it.
She was promoting it.
So I was like, oh gosh,
You get
mom.
text back like, did you watch?
Right.
No.
So my mom is embarrassed, and then, but her friends are like,
They
girl,
like it.
thank you, girl, you know. So
And
yeah.
What about you, Freddie?
I had to sit down and talk to my mom. My father, he's very like open.
Yeah.
So like every time I send him a clip, he doesn't care. My mom, I have to like pace her.
Yeah,
Like
I
there was
can
a
see
moment
that.
that she like kind of like cried because she doesn't like to be she doesn't like to be embarrassed.
Right.
So like in our culture, like it's very like big with like respecting your name. So she feels like if you're saying this to like millions of people that can see this, like how do you think I'm gonna look? Like that's how. So like, there was a moment that she cried because she was
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like,
She cried?
Yeah.
Wow.
When we were talking about the sexuality like topic, yeah, she cried.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Well, how is she now? How's mom?
She's okay now.
She still says she's
dealing
praying
with
for
it.
me.
Oh,
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So for
She's
me,
praying.
I'm asking, not just for a friend, but for myself as well.
Okay.
But for me, it's difficult to find a balance. So
Yeah.
my kids, I told them that I'm doing the show,
Right.
and I also let them know don't watch the show.
Right.
Right. My
Yeah.
dad, he's in the ministry.
Right.
He does not know about the show.
Right.
So if I get blown up,
It's a different
Right.
situation.
it's a different
He gonna
situation.
pray for you.
I think you should just go ahead and tell him because you know
Yeah.
parents are just. I don't want someone else coming to me telling me about my family member.
That's true.
You know, I want to hear from the. I want to hear from the horse's mouth.
I'm not gonna tell
It's
them
a part,
everything.
like,
But you were
no,
just
it's
saying
not.
your daughter just
Good.
had this huge exhibit and she didn't tell you.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it's the same.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I
But
feel you on that.
doesn't it suck that you just can't be yourself and everybody
Yeah.
just like understand and accept that this is who you
I mean,
Yeah.
not everybody has all access to all of me all the time, and so this is
Right.
a different forum where we're actually putting ourselves
Right.
out there.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, it's a tricky.
It's tricky. I mean, I
It's
life coach
very-
kids
it's
during the
very
week.
true, Yeah. Because
like at
I'm
night
the
I'm
one
gonna
that
talk
does-
about-
Does anyone have kids here?
No.
Younger
Not
kids.
yet, not yet.
Younger
No.
kids. See, I have a teenager.
Okay.
So, I definitely discussed it with my parents,
Mm-hmm.
which my parents were all for because they're both very open and were hippies when they were younger. So,
Mm-hmm.
peace, love, and
So that's when you get your free
Yeah, yeah. Free as a bird. But I have a 14-year-old. So
Girl or boy?
boy.
Okay.
Oh, that's easy though with the boys.
Yeah, but
You don't want to hear his mommy.
well, he doesn't hear mommy, but I had a conversation with him when we started the business in 2017, and then when we really started the podcast, Foreplay Matters, we had a conversation. And pretty much that's because kids are going, even though you say don't watch, they're going to watch because you said don't watch. Now,
Right.
I didn't say that to him because I was trying to use reverse psychology on him, but I just wanted to let him know that we'll be talking about certain things, but if there's something you're curious about or want to know, let us have a conversation
Yeah.
because his friends may see something, and I just didn't want anything to come up at school
Right.
or something like that. So so that was my approach, was just to put it out there,
Right,
so
yeah.
that it wouldn't be any kind of repercussions or anything that comes back on. But once you put it out there, you're free.
Right.
It's out there.
Right.
It's out
yeah.
there.
And there's all kinds of technology now, so you can find something real
Yeah.
quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's
Like my friend, she has this company called Disrespectfully Drunk, and we were at a bachelorette party. We were at a bachelorette party, and they gave us shots in these penises, right? And we're like taking these shots, but it looks like we're sucking dick at the same time.
Exactly. No, it was crazy. No, it was
And then next thing I know, the video is on Instagram.
But I told y'all,
Yeah.
I saw when y'all thought I was bugging, I said I saw a video of y'all sucking chocolate dick.
Right. Yeah.
God, oh my God.
We're not tagged in it, but she put it up. But we're at a bachelorette party,
Yeah.
and I believe that there are different sides to everybody, and different situations
Yeah,
bring
for sure.
out,
Yeah.
the different side of you. So it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll take your advice.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll have a talk with Dad.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that has ever come up on the show for you that you actually took back home, like you learned something, from the show, and say, maybe I should see what this is about.
Maybe I should try that.
I'm
Trisexual.
conservative,
Oh.
but so I
Y'all tell me go on dates, and I go on dates.
Yes,
Yeah.
executive producer, you're conservative, okay?
am very conservative. I've learned a lot from this show. Like I didn't know what a cock ring was.
Wow.
And I've learned a lot. I've never been with a female. I've never had a threesome. I have no interest in doing it, but it is very interesting to listen to
But
everybody.
it's also very interesting when it comes up in the show and you realize so many other people have been
Yeah.
Yes.
doing
Yeah,
And they
every-
relate to
yeah.
you, yeah.
Like I feel like the oddball out.
Okay, Miss Momani.
And not even that, you learn like sensitive topics also, like the Thanksgiving episode
Oh,
where
yeah.
Mercy and Ray were
Were-
talking about like
Yeah,
certain-
their life
like,
experiences.
Like
Yeah.
it's not only about like sex and
Right.
relationships.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
About your past and what's
Yes.
made you become you.
It's
how you
like your
became who you are
sexuality.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they were talking about like abusive backgrounds that made them become a certain way
Wow.
sexually.
Yeah.
So like
So they got
that's
real.
what I can
Yeah,
say that I
yeah.
learned from the show.
That was very touching. Yeah.
When you learn the person's background,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
It is.
Does this help with communication in your own lives? Like, now you're having this free forum where you're speaking quite freely about
Most
lives.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
And then if you have any difficulties, we have so many people to go to to
Right.
ask them like their opinions and advice. So like it's
Right.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
Yes. Yes. So we want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
This
having
eighth
us.
episode. That's why.
Oh wow, 8 at the table. Yes.
The 8th episode, so thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a special edition, and we're in a
Okay.
special place. We're here in Washington, D.C. at Brookland Press, Kettler
Yeah.
Management. We're in a different location, so, audience members, you see that, we do this as well. So leave a comment down, DM us, let us know any topics that you would like to
And
discuss.
stuff you like this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute with the girls.
Thank you.
No, this is
Yeah,
cute.
you like
This is
this
nice.
better?
We didn't get to like nasty, but it was cute.
Do you like this format better? Exactly. So thank you for joining us.
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us,
you. Thank
honestly.
you so much.
Is there anything that's going on? I know that you're hosting parties out here, so you want to give a
I
plug?
do be in the DC area. So make sure y'all follow me. That's it. I ask for y'all to follow me on Instagram, Miss Mo Money, MSMOEMONEY.
Very good.
And
Right.
8 at the table, of course.
Right.
And we have at Moneylyn and
Yeah.
we have at Fran.
And just follow the conversation.
FRANNII_. Sorry.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
FRANNII_.
Yes. And I'm Moneylyn, and follow the conversation at 8 at the table. Shout out to Alan at Creative Machine.
Yes.
All right, thanks
Well,
so much.
thank you, audience members, and as well as our viewers. Follow us on secretsociety.life, as well as at Secret Society Life, and continue to watch us at Foreplay Matters because.
It matters.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
That was fun.
Yes, it was.
It went by
It went by so quickly.